Network presents the 1992 Echelon AARA U.S. National Doubles Racquetball Championship, brought to you by Penn. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Turner, and we're going to have the men's doubles championships momentarily. We'll talk, of course, to our expert analyst on that side. That'll be Jim Heiser. But first, let's bring in Lynn Adams, author, clinician, former champion. And Lynn, we've got a good matchup on the ladies' side. We've got twin sisters with Jackie Gibson and Joy MacKenzie, and of course they're going against the Floridians, and that'll be Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan Pfahler. Now let's talk a little bit about Jackie and Joy. What do you see in them? How tough was it for them to get here?
They had a real tough road to the finals in the sense that in their quarters and in their semis, they had to go 11-10 tiebreakers just to get to the finals. In fact, they were down 8-7, 2-10, so they almost lost either one of those matches.
What are they going to have to do to win?
Well, they play a real tough game together. They're real tight. They're very bonded. I think they have this telepathy between each other, and they know exactly how to play doubles. Jackie's probably one of the best doubles players in the game.
Yes, she is. A final question for you there on them, and that's this. She's played with many partners. She's won many championships. Now she's playing with her twin sister. Will it be any different, or can she still carry the whole deal?
Well, doubles is doubles. It takes two people, but because Jackie is so knowledgeable and that she has won so many national and world championships with different partners, I think that is just a huge testament to what an excellent doubles player she is.
What about now the Floridians? We've got Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan Pfahler in here. They've played together for some 11 years.
Right.
How are they going to have to challenge us to win, and how about their road to the finals?
Well, they had a lot easier time in the sense that they didn't have any tiebreakers. All they did was play a couple games in each round. Their toughest round was maybe the semis, and even then they weren't pushed very hard. They have a unique game style, which is more like a knuckleball pitcher in the sense they don't hit the ball hard. They throw a lot of junk at you. Mary's patented shot is the gravity kill, which means it just goes about 10 miles an hour and rolls out on the front wall. It can really throw a team off.
I think it's going to be fantastic because there are definite differences in style, power against maybe, if you want to say, the slowness or the wiffle ball. We'll have Jim Heiser at courtside during the ladies' matchup. Stay with us. We'll be bringing you the women's doubles U.S. National Racquetball Championships in just a moment. We pick up action in the women's game here in game number 2. And, of course, as you know, it's Gibson MacKenzie playing Lyons Pfahler, those two last ladies from Florida. Game 1, mild upset with Lyons Morgan Pfahler winning 15-13. Lynn Adams is our expert analyst. Let's take a look, if we can, at the shot that ended the first game.
What Mary's doing is she's doing a really hard jam drive. And what that does is that sets up a setup. And she just barely gets the ball, and it's going to give Mary a setup. And she's going to play this real smart. She's going to go cross-court into the glass. It's what we call either a V pass or a wide-angle pass. And it's just behind Joy. She can't make that.
And once again, we'd already established the point that it is power against the wiffle ball or the slowness of the Floridians' action. And we'll see, because it worked successfully for them in the first game as they win 15-13. Mary Lyons has the serve in the second game. And let's see what happens.
Well, I'm real interested to see how the twins adapt to this game style.
Exactly.
Because all they've done over this past week is play hard hitters.
Well, and there's a perfect example with a beautiful shot, a pinch shot by Susan Morgan Pfahler, and they're also taking control of front court.
Yes. Oops. It's probably a hinder right there.
Mm-hmm. Jackie told me she was really worried about the weight that Joy had.
Wait a minute. Otto's confused. Something just happened here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The wrong team is serving right now.
Hold up, players. Hold up. Hang on. Try to explain this, okay?
This is what I like about
Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan were serving.
Mm-hmm. But it was the...
I called a hinder.
Otto Dietrich is our official, the official
shot, I called the hinder, okay?
referee.
The one before that, I called the
His
hinder.
credentials are unbelievable. The
I didn't
man
hear
wrote the book. Good man,
Okay. All right,
very
thank you so
honest.
much.
He's made a very honest mistake there, and
I think it was a good call.
Mary Lyons getting in her last shot at
Explain what happened here. Susan Morgan Pfahler called
auto.
that she carried the ball, okay? That's why there was a side out on the last rally, which I didn't catch. I thought it was a hinder. Okay, so it's a side out. Joy MacKenzie is serving. The score is 0, serving 1.
Interesting there, Lynn. This is the second call in about 5 minutes that Susan Morgan Pfahler
1-1, we
has
agree.
called
1-1.
a carry on
Score is
herself.
1,
Now, by the
serving
rule
1.
book, she doesn't have to do that. Am I correct?
Oh, definitely. A lot of players will only play by the referee's call, even if they know they have done something wrong. One of the things that
Scores 2,
really
serving 1.
sets the Floridians apart is that they don't believe that. They will always make the calls. If they know they didn't get it and the ref missed it, that's too bad. They'll
Different
make the
style
call.
of the way they were trained, different state, everything. The score is 1-1.
Side out.
And I, again, wonder how much the pressure and the weight for this buildup of this championship match, because Jackie told me she was worried about her sister Joy, who is a great player, but she'd never been through actually having to wait around all the time.
The TV's tough.
Oh, it is tough.
And, you know, if you get used to it, then you know that you're going to have to wait around a little bit more. Jackie's used to it. The other two have experienced it. They're used to it. And Joy's a little antsy.
Boy, Mary had a set shot there for her pinch and a little too anxious. Take another look at that and try to figure out exactly why Mary Lyons missed that shot.
Well, it was right in her range. That was a perfect opportunity. That's the right shot, was the reverse pinch. She just kind of stood up straight.
Score is 1.
did a little toe ball there.
Twin sisters, as you can see. Tough to tell them apart. Gibson and MacKenzie. And the entire Parizo clan, they're here, all of them. Nice
Mr. and Mrs. Parizo have had 9 kids. Those 9 kids in turn have had 18 grandkids. This is a dynasty we're talking about
I
here.
think you're right. Well, they're all playing, too.
It's a real pretty reverse pinch into the backhand corner. Real smooth.
Score is 1, serving 1.
Joy's going to try to take advantage of that glass right there. It's real dark.
Wow, nice shot from 40 feet deep on that. We'll remind everybody game 1 was won by Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan Pfahler. The score of that 15-13. Tough to roll it out from the glass.
All the way from the back. That's an awesome shot. It's too bad we didn't have a real good view of it. She was standing right in front of it there.
Score is 3, serving 1.
Hold it a second. I hadn't called the score yet. I had not called the score yet. Let's play ball. Score is 3, serving 1.
It shows the anxiety already.
Short.
Oh,
She was glad that was
Second
short.
serve.
yes, that wasn't.
That would have been a
very
nice
good serve.
setup.
That really would have been.
Ooh, there's a Z ball. Those are tough.
Playing over to that glass wall side,
Right on the wall. Nice ceiling ball.
and that's really the terrific situation for us to tell everybody when they put it over on a glass wall. It's hard to see the ball.
You can see on the replay how dark that sidewall glass is, and the ball just kind of disappears in there.
Serving 1.
Does it distract the players too when people walking by? I know they're being still, but would it distract you a lot?
I don't think so. Nice.
She changed her own style there. She had 2 shots at power and it didn't work, so she goes to a little shot.
Power, ease off a little bit. Yeah, it's a real good combination.
4 serves 1. Jackie Gibson with the serve.
There's a nice little touch pinch shot.
Side out. Mary Lyons with the serve.
Lyons serving score is 1, serving 4.
1 serving 4.
One of the nice things about both these teams is that neither team are lightweights in the sense of they won't be giving up. Even if somebody takes a big lead, you'll still see a lot of fights.
You know, one interesting point here. We did the outdoor racquetball championships last year from Gainesville, and Power defeated the team from Florida rather easily. Power overtook them and took them right out of their game.
Score is 1, serving 4.
Well, outdoor's a little different than
Yes, it
indoor.
is. It's a side out as you see the score. Gibson MacKenzie leading 4, serving 1. We'll take a short pause for the cause and be right back with you. And there it is, Gibson MacKenzie with the serve. Lynn, 4, serving 1. What do you think they talked about between first and second game?
I'm sure to just calm down a little bit and not worry so much about all the little floater shots, because that takes patience. You have to be a lot more patient. Jim, you're sitting down there with a look on your face. What are you seeing down there?
Well, it looks to me like the Florida team seems to carry the ball a lot. I don't know, maybe it's just my perspective of it, but they seem to catch the ball on the racket and fling it a lot.
And Susan's already called that twice on herself.
Yeah, a couple times on herself. You know, we're so unused to seeing this type of game style where somebody doesn't really just rip through the ball. That I wonder if they actually are.
I think we'll just keep an eye on it and see what you think.
Okay.
Once again, you're saying that their knuckleball style of play, which in turn comes out to that they're playing very slow, hit the ball very slow, and it's thrown off the power players. A great deal.
Oh, definitely. And the toughest shot to hit is the ball between your gut and your chest.
Yeah.
And a lot of their floaty pass shots end up right in that area. Like right there. That was hit. She was trying to take that ball right around her waist, and that's a tough place to do anything with the ball, especially with no speed coming in.
Jim Heiser is sitting courtside, and when he feels there's something to interject, we're going to go to him. He may have a different perspective or a better view than we do. We're here right behind the glass wall, but he might be introducing some people and talking with them during this match. It is 2, serving 5. Mary Lyons with the serve.
Oh, baby!
Can't get any better than that.
How'd she do that?
I don't know, but gee, you've done that 100 times. That was absolutely beautiful.
Now, she's going to take this little floaty nothing serve from her chest and flat, splat roll it. That was such a clean look at that shot. That was great.
Our viewers will notice that all 4 of these players are sponsored by Echelon, so Team Echelon happens to be very happy about right now.
Well, I might be slightly biased, but
you are.
Echelon is extremely supportive of the sport, so it's always nice when they get some recognition.
Yep, you're exactly right. There's a good look at the replay there, Lynn. Wow.
It's a nice cross-court kill.
Take your time on the backhand. Perfect setup.
I think that there has been quite a bit of adjustment that's taken place, and that the twins are not as anxious. They're waiting a little bit more, and they're putting their shots down.
And they're certainly trying to work the glass wall on the right side a lot more. 5 serves 2. Servers are in the lead, of course.
Hold it. Stop. Serve is short. Second serve. First serve, 5, serving 2.
There just isn't a whole heck of a lot of power behind the team from Florida. They're just trying ball placement, corner shots, lots of pinches. Oh, there was a beautiful pinch.
Well, they rely a lot on the other person going for a shot and missing it.
They're letting you make the mistake rather than them forcing the mistake.
Exactly.
Take another look at that, Lynn.
This is, your typical floaty rally. There's a ball right in there. She does a nice reverse pinch to end the rally.
Score is 6, serving 2.
Lots of ceiling. See, that's what they want. Is that you're going to take a shot like that, give them the setup. What they haven't done this game is they haven't made the setup.
Lynn, a question for you now. When you say a floaty rally or a knuckleball type of style of game, you're not knocking them. It's just their style.
That's just their style. Oh, no, it can be an extremely effective style, and it's just a style that very few players play.
That's really neat, because she could have really put the ball in the back of Mary Lyons. I'm glad she held up on that one. would have been an owie.
It was a tattoo.
Yes.
Game number 2. Score
It would have been free, though.
7-2.
Wouldn't have cost her a darn thing.
Jackie Gibson with the serve. Score is 7-2, but the Twins lost the first game, 15-13. We are in the second game. Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan Pfahler at the service line. They serve, score 2, serve 7.
That's a nice lob serve. Doesn't give her anything except another ceiling ball. And they'll play ceiling ball forever with you.
A lot of
until
patience.
until you get anxious like that and try to take something else and do something too much with the ball.
Boy, they've been partners for, I think, about 11 years now.
Yes. Nice shot.
There's that backhand deep in the corner. How difficult is that in your shot scale in racquetball? How difficult is that shot?
At this level of play, you have to be able to do that. I mean, it definitely is an advanced shot, but these are advanced players.
Yes, they are.
Serving 7.
Boy, that was a great reset shot, too, by Joy MacKenzie, because she knew her sister Jackie was too close to the front wall. She reset, goes back to the roof to allow her partner to come back.
There's been an appeal. I call
Been an appeal on the call.
The call stands. Call is
What happened was that they weren't sure that Jackie got the ball that
Right.
she got.
Mm-hmm.
Right
There you
there. I'm getting out of your way.
Yeah.
But the line judges upheld the call, so they're going to play it again.
Susan Morgan Pfahler serving, scores 3, serving 7.
3-7. Morgan Pfahler with the serve.
Susan has done the same serve throughout both games. Oh! I think that was that gravity kill that
And
she
a
likes to
difference in
hit.
style, too, Lynn. You see the team from Florida. One of them is always going to be up front for the little dink pinch shot. And you've got Jackie and Joy just chasing the ball all over like rabbits.
Well, the thing with
They're
Jackie
everywhere.
and Joy, beautiful reverse, is that they know where the other person is at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that you can get a pass by them. Hey, Otto. She's going to take that right in the air with the reverse. Now that is an extremely tough shot.
Watch the another angle of this. I love this one. Watch this position shot.
She's got
Here it
Susan
comes.
pinned way in the back. There's
Boy.
no way that Mary can cover that shot.
What a tough shot that was. And an outstanding one. They've decided to have a little timeout. The score 8-3 in game 2. We'll be right back after these messages. The team of Gibson MacKenzie leading 8-3 in game 2. The Pro Kinetics Performance Profile. Lynn, take a look at that.
Well, obviously, Gibson and MacKenzie are in the lead at this time, especially with kill shots. Lyons and Pfahler are really being ineffective at this time. They're just kind of floating the ball around, hoping that the other team is going to make the mistakes. They're not on the aggression.
Second game, Mary Lyons and her partner Susan Morgan Pfahler won the first game. And another point, a little bit of a run here in the second game. 6 serving 11. Go to the high angle now, Lynn, and take a look at this one.
This is really good because everyone's cleared way out, and they think that she's going to go down the line. So they start moving over to cover the down the line, and instead she takes the pinch and scores the point.
I think that camera, best of all, defines the beauty and the grace of the movement of doubles racquetball from above. It's one of the nice additions we have here. And there in the background, you can see that scoreboard that's available and been developed and designed by all the good people at the AARA, built by Chromex, and all clubs really ought to have that around their clubs for the tournaments. It's really a neat scoreboard. It works so nicely, so simple. It's just good.
It looks nice, too. And that was courtesy of Echelon. That scoreboard came from Echelon.
Terrific. Been a side out, 11 serving 6.
They're making a run right here. They have kept them scoreless 2 times out, and they came in and scored 3 on their last run.
Serving 11.
Getting a little energy here.
Of course, and we reiterate, too, though, that they've been partners for 11 years in all these matches, and they just really know what the other one's thinking, where they're standing, what they want to shoot. Sisters yelling at one another.
Score is 6, serving 11.
6-11. screen shot, brought the ball right back at herself. Susan not able to take a shot at that, so you just hold up. It does seem that Jackie and Joy are leaving the ball up and allowing their opponents to get some pinch shots in there.
Well, there's plenty of opportunities. There's one right there. Didn't quite get back in time for it.
It's tough.
But they're just really not connecting with the shots.
Otto calls no hinder on that. Susan Morgan-Pfahler very upset about it, and we'll see it. Do you think
Well,
that was a
I
hinder?
think that was a hinder just because she was so caught in Joy's body. And they're going to play it again. That was a good call.
Sportsmanship.
Good,
I
very
like
nice.
that. Yeah, from where Otto's angle was, he did not think that was a hinder. 6 serving 11. Game 2. Morgan-Pfahler and Lyons winning the first one.
It's a skip ball.
7-11
Coming
now.
back. They're in the game now. Another point or two, and there'll be a little bit of tension on the part of the Twins.
You and I have talked in a lot of our past telecasts. We are both believers in the use of timeouts, and it might not be a bad time for the twin sisters to take that timeout. Maybe just stop the run that the other team has.
I would agree with that.
Even right now, it's a side out. It wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout. 11 serving 7. Joy MacKenzie with the serve.
Joy and Jackie are having to manufacture their own intensity here instead of the game supplying it, which is one of the tough things about playing somebody with this nice slow game style, is that the excitement of the game does not supply all that emotion. So they're having to manufacture it themselves, and they're having a tough time doing that.
Jackie just called for a hinder, so we have stopped play, and we're going to take a short commercial break, but the score is 11 serving 7. We'll be right back. Stay with us with more exclusive racquetball coverage on Prime Network. Well, here's a look at the new item available to all the clubs around the country, and of course that's the game scoreboard that's been designed and developed by the AARA. And if you have any interest, call the AARA office at 1-800-234-5396. It really is a neat one. We're in game 2, and this is a tight one, an outstanding game with the twin sisters, MacKenzie and Gibson, leading 12-9. They lost the first game to Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan-Pfahler 15-13. They just had a point, and the twins are at the line with the service. 13-9 is the score.
There's a jam right into her body. She had no place to swing, no place to move. She's just poking at the ball here, and Jackie goes right into her. That was a nice shot.
Lynn, I know it's being redundant, but timeouts are there to use and reset yourself, gather yourself, and talk to your partner, not being used by either team. I'm surprised.
Nope, it sure isn't.
13 serves 9. We're in game 2 here at the City Square Sports Club in fantastic and beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. I am Jim Turner along with Lynn Adams. Jim Heiser, our expert on courtside, is with us as well, and we are watching the women's doubles championships. It's a terrific matchup. This is a good one, as the whole week has been.
Oh yes, it's been fabulous.
But the Twins have had a lot of setups, Lynn. They just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
Well, you can sure see what Morgan-Pfahler and Lyons are doing. They're just keeping the ball in play, trying to let their opponents make some mistakes. That time they didn't. Joy with a terrific shot, Joy MacKenzie. It's a hand out. It's 13 serving 9. 9 serving 13, excuse me. 9-13.
I have been on the court with both Susan and Mary before and have experienced this game style.
Is it frustrating?
And it's very frustrating, and it seems like so many setups, and yet you can't seem to do much with the ball, and it's a build situation. It just builds and builds and builds.
Back to the roof once again. Here's the shot.
Ooh.
Isn't that beautiful? Coming off the glass for the pinch.
In doubles, you have to be able to pinch the ball on a regular basis. It's the only way to keep the players moving up and back.
13-9.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Good call.
Hand out.
Otto's not afraid to make that call. You totally agree with
I
him. You made it
totally
before.
agree with
Let's
that
take
call.
another look and Lynn explain to us.
You
why agree
cannot
with
stand in the person's way of the setup shot. If she's right there, look how set up she
that.
is.
And she brought the ball back at herself too. Well, we're having a discussion. That's one of the things I love about racquetball. You can make the appeal,
You can talk to the referee, you can lose your temper, but you have to maintain that composure right now because you're on the verge of throwing this into the tiebreaker as we've got 13-9 as the score. Second game.
The score is 13, serving 9.
Lynn, would you have been that nice on your appeal? You never really got on the refs, did you? I mean, you are legendary, but how about with the referee?
In my early days. Oh, beautiful.
No, I'm not going to let you get away. In your early days.
I thought we were going to just get to
No.
go on. Oh, see, we have to do the replay.
We'll do the replay,
All right.
but I'm not
She's
going to
going to take a really low shot off of the back wall and just dig it right there into the corner.
9, serving
Mary Lyons with the score, 9-13.
That's such an effective serve right there.
Well, what does it do to the receiver?
Well,
They don't have a kill shot?
they have no aggressive shot. They can only go to the ceiling, which feeds into Mary and Susan's strength as anything high. Oh,
play hinder.
Boy, there's more hinders in this particular championship match than we've seen in I think maybe the last 8 or 10 that we've been calling on television.
well, it's the nature again of this game style that not putting the ball away, hoping for the mistake.
There it is, right there.
So where you would normally expect somebody to actually put the ball away, it's not happening.
Mary and Susan doing exactly what you said early, too. They're not putting a lot of kill shots up there. They're just keeping it in play, hoping you're going to make the mistake. Like that. There's 2 defensive shots in a row.
And there's the mistake.
There's the mistake. Brought it right back at him. Ball hit Joy MacKenzie.
Lynn, let me ask you, it looks like a lot of time when Joy's going up on the right side to take the shot, she's just getting a good view of it at the last second before Susan moves out of the way. Think she holds up, will it be unavoidable?
Nah, I bet he wouldn't call it. I bet he wouldn't call it.
You're talking about almost screens on either Mary Lyons or Susan Morgan-Pfahler. The score is 11-13. We have a timeout on the court, and it certainly is a comeback. A reminder, the team from Florida winning the first game, and the score now 13-11. We'll take a short pause, and remember, this is exclusive racquetball coverage on Prime Network. Nervous time for everybody that's pulling for Jackie and her sister Joy, because that was point. It is 12, serving 13. We're in the second game.
Play hinder.
Mary Lyons claiming that her racket hit the back of
Contact on
Jackie
the
as they
racket
were
as
walking by.
Disrupt their
Body
shot.
contact with the racket.
Score
Good
is
call.
12,
No
serving
argument
13.
at all. 12-13.
Hinder. Can you hear me now?
Well, we got a little problem with Otto Dietrich's microphone as the players inside this enclosed tournament court, and it is beautiful here in Phoenix, Arizona City Square Sports
I didn't turn
Club.
anything off. We got a problem over here
Full
with this.
glass back
Okay,
and
let's
back
play ball.
glass
The
on
score
the
is
side.
12, serving 13.
12 serves 13. Mary Lyons with the serve.
Here comes a setup. She should put this away.
Hinder.
Ooh.
That hurts.
Ooh.
That hurts, and there's no way to tell. You're coming to the back wall. There's no way to tell at all where your opponent
No,
is.
you just
Watch
have to-
this.
you have to
She
take
should have
your
put this
serve.
ball away.
Yeah, she did. Well, it was a good V pass,
Boom.
and it got her right in the chest.
That hurts.
And knowing Mary, she's in there making jokes about how did she ever find my chest.
I'm not going to touch that. Jim Heiser, would you like to comment?
score
I
is
won't touch
12.
that.
I will not touch that either.
13. That's skip.
Oh.
Point.
We are tied. They have 2 timeouts left. We are tied at 13-all. Second game.
13,
Twin sisters
serving
lost
13.
the first game. Mild upset, but remember that.
Short. Stop. Serve was short.
And I am taking a look at the crowd, and the Paraiso matriarch, Mrs. Paraiso, has just left. She's too nervous to see the end of this match. And
Okay, here's a big setup. Here's another big setup.
no, I would have never given
Couldn't take the swing at it. Play hinder on it.
Oh, I would have never given. All right, I'm sorry, Lynn. I get excited. I would have never given him.
Let's put this one on Heiser. Heiser has a much better
Jim
view than we
Heiser,
do.
was that a hinder? We're looking at it, Jim.
I would not have called that a hinder. I think the ball was past her.
I agree with you. I mean, we could have been looking at point there.
Mary, you're saying there was no hinder?
Oh, Mary just
Okay.
called it against herself.
This is unbelievable.
Okay, we're looking
This
at
is great.
handout. So Mary was serving. It's a handout. Goes to her partner, Susan Morgan-Pfahler. We are tied. Second game, 13 all. That's about the 5th very fine sportsmanship call we've had. And you're not surprised. I'm not surprised. Not at all. I think the anxiety for Joy is a bit much because she's had so many setups from the team from Florida that she could roll it out, and they haven't been able to roll them out.
14, serving 13.
Possible match point, ladies and gentlemen, serving 13.
Here it comes. That was smart. Just go straight up on that one. That was too tough to try anything else. There's a setup. There's another one.
Oh, that's it. We've got the new doubles champions from Florida. It was a California-Florida matchup. The team of Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan-Pfahler have pulled off what's definitely an upset here in Arizona at the City Square Sports Club. There is no question about it. Jackie trying to hold the emotions of her younger, or no, can't be her younger sister, they're twins, of her sister, Joy. They're both very upset, and we take a look at the championship point.
Reverse pinch, and Joy tried so hard to get that ball, but it was just too low and too good.
Well, I tell you, this has been phenomenal racquetball all week on the ladies' side, and it ends with what one would consider mild upset. The team, again, of Lyons Morgan-Pfahler defeating MacKenzie and Gibson. We'll be back and talk to the winners. We'll be back and talk to the winners in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to City Square Sports Club in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. And we've got our women's championship at courtside. Let's go to our expert analyst, Lynn Adams. Lynn?
Well, I know that you're extremely excited, and it's probably a fair thing to say that this was not the expectation of most of the people watching the match. You were not considered the favorites. Do you think this was an upset?
Definitely. No way. We thought we could win. All we had to do really was play our game. You know, we throw a lot of people off by our style. We don't hit hard. We go for the pinches, the gravity kills. And we knew if we played our game, then we had a shot at it. We've played against Jackie, and we know Joy plays just as well as Jackie. And we just had to hang in there in that second game. We were just, you know, plugging away. Each point took 1 point at a time, and just got a little hot right there at the end.
Yeah. One of the things that's very interesting is that you don't see your game style very often. It's very unusual to see that slow, you know, keep the ball at the chest kind of a game style. How much do you think that affected the other team from playing their game?
I think it has it always has an effect on players, especially power players. And the harder they hit it, the better generally we react to that, and it helps us. With the glass here, it's very dark on the right side. Susan's pinches are very difficult for Jackie to pick up. You could tell she really had trouble up in that front corner. Doubles is a very different game, and we've played together for this our 10th year, and it shows. Teamwork was excellent, though Jackie and Joy obviously have been playing together for a lot longer than we have. But the double style and the slow pace of the game worked definitely to our advantage. We're pleased.
Well, we were just thrilled to watch it, and we congratulate you so much. And let's throw it back to Jim Turner and get going with the men's match.
Well, Lynn, thank you very much, and congratulations to the team from Florida, that team being Mary Lyons and Susan Morgan-Pfahler, as they win both games by the same identical score, 15-13, 15-13. And Jim Heiser joined me now with the Pro Kinex Performance Profile. What do you see here on the stat sheet that jumps out at you?
A real important stat here, 12 unforced errors by Gibson and MacKenzie, but what it doesn't say is 7 of those unforced errors came in the last 7 points.
How much do you think, though, the slowness of their game affected the twin sisters?
Well, I don't know if it really affected them that much. They had 13 kills, but they had 95 opportunities.
Now let's take a look at the Transition Racket Sports play of the match. And Lynn Adams, the score was 13-all when this happened. Take it.
Well, to me, the reason that this is the play of the match is that it just exemplifies the spirit that no matter where the score is or where you are in the match, you play fair. At this point, Otto had called a hinder. Mary turned around and said, no, it wasn't a hinder. I'm going to take the call back. She didn't feel like she could have gotten the ball or done anything with it, and so she overturned the call.
Well, at 13-13, it did lead to what we call an upset, and that's our transition racket sports play of the match.